Metroid was released for the NES in August of 1987 and is a space action-adventure game originally released for the Famicom Disk System in Japan before being ported over to North America in cartridge form. Developed and published by Nintendo, Metroid stars protagonist Samus Aran, a space bounty hunter isolated within a world inhabited by cosmic space pirates. In what would be arguably the genesis of a brand new subgenre, Metroid encapsulates the player within a dark and forlorn world of cryptic mazes and isolation. One of the first games to offer a password feature, Metroid allows the player to record their progress in order to return to the adventure uninterrupted. Samus is equipped with the laser beam, which can be fired in 3 different directions. Upon exploring the planet Zebes, Samus discovers numerous items hidden throughout, which aids you in uncovering new paths, including the Maru Mari, which allows Samus to curl into a ball to roll through narrow passages, the ice beam, which freezes enemies, turning them into makeshift platforms, bombs, which uncover hidden passages, and missiles, just to name a few. Discovering new items will often allow passage through previously impassable areas, so backtracking becomes commonplace. The thrill of uncovering new ground was one of Metroid's most alluring traits. The game, however, as much as it pains me to say this, has not aged gracefully. The controls and jumping mechanics are a bit stiff and inconsistent, and when coming into contact with numerous enemies, Samus can sometimes be annoyingly bumped around, emulating a pinball effect, often translating into hazardous falls. The game requires a tedious amount of farming just to give Samus a snowball's chance in hell of survival, with Metroid beginning each game with a measly 30 hit points out of a possible maximum 699. Without the health or missile refilling stations that were introduced later on in the series, collecting items each time the game is picked back up can be a deterrent in itself. Top this off with numerous look-alike rooms and corridors without a map feature, and you may just find yourself becoming endlessly lost within a maze of solitude. But despite the fact that many of the rooms share similar aesthetics, the planet Zebes is broken up into 5 colorful and unique areas, each more labyrinth in nature than its preceding one. From the cavernous depths of Brinstar to the infernal cauldron that is Norfair, Metroid's environments and its inhabitants are still one of the game's more timeless idiosyncrasies. These unique environments are complemented with an absolutely chilling and eerie soundtrack which envelops the player in a world of desolation. While seemingly simplistic compositions, the gloomy score in Metroid is one that will undoubtedly run chills up and down your spine. It fits the mood perfectly. While unquestionably a game changer for action adventures back in 1987, and a linchpin for a whole new subgenre, Metroid has unfortunately by today's standards become obsolete. While the game deserves unconditional praise for the road that it has paved along the way, most of Metroid's peers subsequently improved on the very same formula that it helped create. If you're more familiar with the newer games within the franchise, then the inaugural entry may be a bit archaic for your taste, and will most likely remain a dust-covered fossil among much more playable games within your NES collection.